Hello, Lima, brought to you by Huntington National Bank, Jones Clark Funeral Home, Tom All Family Dealership, and the Community Enrichment Dinner. Hello, Lima, and welcome to another edition of Hello, Lima, a community perspective. Each month we work to bring to you a community perspective that you might have missed from the community. My name is Jerome O'Neal. I'm a host today, and we'd like to give you a little bit of a sneak preview of a movie that not only is originating from Lima, but the executive director is from Lima, as well as the director who we're going to meet today. It's going to premiere July 1st, downtown Lima at the Veterans Memorial Civic Center, and we hope you get a chance to see it. We're also going to have a sneak preview of a daycare center that's opening up in Lima. It's very important the way this daycare center is coming to Lima, and we hope you join us today for that show also.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Tom All for all your foreign and domestic vehicles.
Our goal is to give you such good service at such a low price that it'll knock your socks off. Our technicians have years of experience working on all types of vehicles.
Whether your car needs brakes, transmission, or engine work, diagnostic report, body work, paint repair, just routine maintenance, we can do it all.
We were a local family-owned business located on Downtown Road in Lima.
For quality work on your vehicle, take it to Tom.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief that makes events difficult to handle. The experienced funeral directors at Jones Clark Funeral Home will guide you through the aspects of the funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. Our staff of dedicated professionals is available to assist you in making funeral service arrangements. The funeral directors at Jones Clark Funeral Home provide individualized funeral services designed to meet the needs of each family. Call us today to pre-plan your funeral.
Welcome, Matthew Sanders. It's a pleasure having you again. You're certainly no stranger not only to Hello Lima, but to the community as a whole. Entrepreneur, small business owner, publisher, even an inventor of a toy or books, and a child publisher. So you're certainly, I'd like to ask you, before we even get to the movie, give me a perspective of what motivates you to continue to do some of the things. I know not only the black community looks at you as a role model, but certainly the community as a whole. What motivates you, Matthew?
Honestly, just wanting
and
to
I
be
loved
great.
your book. You know, we read the book and we had it on, so I'm sure this movie's going to be really good. So,
oh, it's going to be a doozy.
So why do you do so much in terms of bringing this unique environment to the Lima community?
I really like the fact of just being in my creative space, and I want to let people know that, hey, you only live with regrets that you don't do. So I try to do whatever I feel that I'm able to do. I want to make sure that, hey, at least I tried for it, you know? I wake up every morning and there's like a quote to myself that I say. Shakespeare did one thing right 400 years ago, and they still teach that in prestigious colleges today.
To this day.
I got to do one thing right. That's it. Just got to do one thing right.
One thing right.
I keep trying.
Well, I can tell you, Matthew, that is really profound in terms of not only as an audience of Lima trying to listen to some of the things that kind of spurs our motivation, but just seeing what you talk about, which is I have to do one thing right each day.
That's one thing.
And I can tell the audience, and I know we had you on the show before with respect to your book. It is a fabulous book, and I hope people get a chance to pick it up along with your co-author, Courtney Owens.
Yes.
So before we get any further along, and I want the community to get a perspective of this new movie called Score.
Up the Score.
Up the Score.
Yes, yes.
And we've had a chance to see a trailer. We're going to show some of that as we get further into this segment. But give me a little taste of why a movie, man. It is so hard to do those things.
You know, honestly, a movie tells so many stories. You know, everyone can be involved. I really enjoyed watching movies growing up. Family time. I wanted something that we can all just enjoy. You know, sometimes reading, people don't like to read, so just give a motion picture, you know. Hey, why not?
Yeah, just throw out a motion. How long did it take you?
It was 10 months turnaround from writing it to going through all production.
No, stop it, Matthew. How long did it take you from the time you thought of the idea to the fact that it's coming out July 1st? I want to make sure the community knows July 1st at
the Civic Center.
At the Civic Center is going to be the premiere. So how long did it take it?
10 months.
10 months.
That's it. It took 10 months. You know, I wrote it in 12 days. Got the ball rolling with auditions. You know, filming a movie is all about preparation. You know, the fun part should be the filming. We had fun with a 15-day principal shoot. besides that, we're rocking and rolling.
And when we show a little bit of it on the preview, it looks like there's some excerpts from Lima. Did you shoot the entire movie in Lima, Ohio?
Yes, everything is all Lima. Production team from Lima. 98% of our cast is from Lima. We have one person that's from Dayton. They're amazing. I just wanted to let everybody know that we can too. Sometimes Lima has a bad clout over it, and I wanted to highlight us and show our artistic, aspects.
And not just us. Can I be a little bit more specific by saying, particularly in the minority communities, sometimes we don't get a chance to showcase behind the screen with regard to production. You've had you had local talent, including yourself.
Definitely.
Tell me about that. The producer of the show.
Okay.
Not only did you write it, but you produced it.
Correct. Yes. Everything is all right here. We're just one unit. But we had everything from all the actors from Lima for the most part, all the talent, and I just really, like I said, wanted to highlight that we can too. We have things that we might have been told growing up that we can't do. Hey, if you don't try, you don't know. And I want to be able to present this information to our youth and inspire them. Like, you don't have to just rap or play sports. You might not be into that. You can use your creative
the arts
side.
and the film part of it from the arts. And we know we've had what? We've had the Glee, I think, was here, and Phyllis Diller, and there's been some Hugh Downs. There's been a lot of performers come out of the Lima market, and you could be just one of them that comes up next. Tell me about the movie, Matthew.
Okay, so the movie is about a military man. He is married with 2 children and a baby on the way. He ends up, infatuated with a social media fantasy woman. Unfortunately, he thinks the grass is greener on the other side, and it's not.
Is this all fiction, or what you got going here, Matthew? What you got going here?
This is actually based off of true events. When I was in the military, I had a buddy that decided to leave his family for someone he met on social media.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, so I had the foundation for that, but I had to create the other 85% of the story of what happened.
Where did the title come from? Up the Score.
I just needed something catchy and to let
I know we have it on the screen, but it certainly is a cool poster that's showing up on the screen. Where did that come from as you wear the shirt here? I know I'm asking you again, but Up the Score was sort of I
wanted to set the tone, let them know, like, hey, it's not equal playing fields. Somebody's going to up the score. You think the grass is greener on their side. I'm telling you in the title what's going on, but you got to pay tune.
And they make a presence within the title of a person who left his family. Is that what you said, Matthew?
Correct.
Without giving away too much of the story?
Yeah.
I think the audience certainly likes to know that there's a local presence in the story with regard to it's something that you experienced?
Definitely. Unfortunately, there has been a lot of situations like this during my military career. It was pretty common, and I'm sure that it's not just in military, but I was speaking from my experience in the military, and everybody is somebody, I might even have the actual people be at the premiere so the actors can meet who they played. Oh,
I see. That would be interesting. How did you go about casting though, Matthew, in terms of the local talent? Lima has a certain share of local talent. Was it young? Was it old in terms of not giving away too much of the movie?
Okay, so basically we just opened it up for everyone.
A casting call, can I say?
Yeah, just a real casting call. We set dates. People came from Cleveland, from Cincinnati. People were traveling, and just fortunately, majority of the people that we use were in Lima. They just were the best fit for my vision and what I was looking for.
But you did have a call where people could come in, particularly locals, and get an opportunity to premiere in a show that is going to be. Can you tell me where it's going? It's going to be...
Okay, so the streaming platforms will be on Tubi, Maverick TV, and we're still waiting on the callback from Hulu. So we do have a place where we'll be, where everyone can take part and enjoy it and watch it. I honestly think we're going to have a classic in Lima, but let alone just a classic. It's a really great film.
How do you get the word out, Matthew? I know we're going to talk a little bit more about the film itself, but how does Lima, particularly those in the community, Matthew, that are not part of what you call normal traditional of access to material. How does somebody like you, who has already said that you want people who who get a chance to see this film that may not necessarily be exposed to it, how do you get the word into the community? And we hope we're doing a good job of it with Hello Lima.
It starts with everyone. Just click a share button. Just talk. It starts with everyone. Small part. So.
of just making sure that that information gets put out at a light that people kind of want to see.
Yes, you know, if you don't know, then you don't know. So we have to present the information all around. I'm very old school in my tactics still. I'm still hand in hand with flyers and social media ads and things of that nature, but things like this are definitely appreciated.
Matthew, do you see yourself taking something like this where somebody makes the wrong decision? I know I'm not giving too much away with respect to the show, but do you see yourself taking this into maybe at some point the schools, into community organizations where you can not only have a chance to explain it as the producer of the film, but also show the underside of bad choices? Definitely.
This can open up doors for a lot of avenues, and I see myself at least attempting to put myself in the forefront to do that. We're trying to turn hobbies into careers.
Have you made it a point? I know you have, so I'm answering my own question, but I'd certainly like you to expand on it. Have you made it a point to make a difference, particularly in young people's lives, and those people who, and I don't mean it in a negative connotation when I say those people, but people who come from a different set of tracks with regard to the movie industry? Can others follow in your footsteps? Is it possible?
It's very possible. I walk with a supreme confidence, and I exemplify that, and I show that by, you know, me being me. I do it to make sure other people can be inspired and motivated, because at one point in time, I didn't think I was able to. But
to get to this level.
Correct.
Would you ever turn your book into a movie, or do you?
There you go. Actually, I will announce that I'm going to do a TV series, and it's going to be all Lima again as well. My book, Truth of a Lost Soul, will be the actual series. It's going to be called Lost Soul.
Is that right? And you're talking about a series?
Correct. I'm going to start off with an 8-episode season. So.
And Matthew, no, I'm going to wait, because I want to spend some time on the fact that people can do things nowadays that you couldn't do before.
Yes.
You can actually do a series within the constraints of your talents and put it in the airways.
Correct.
And that may be coming with the book. And the book was, and I know I've read the book. The book's called
Truth of a Lost Soul.
Truth of a Lost Soul. And if you had a chance to read that book, I want the audience to get a chance. I know we've shown the show, but I want to talk a little bit more about how you may turn that into a show.
Okay.
And certainly talk about Up the Score when we come back.
Yes.
We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and be joined by Matthew Sanders and talk a little bit more about Up the Score and what we have to offer with respect to Matthew.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief that makes events difficult to handle. The experienced funeral directors at Jones Clark Funeral Home will guide you through the aspects of the funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. Our staff of dedicated professionals is available to assist you in making funeral service arrangements. The funeral directors at Jones Clark Funeral Home provide individualized funeral services designed to meet the needs of each family. Call us today to pre-plan your funeral.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Tom All for all your foreign and domestic vehicles.
Our goal is to give you such good service at such a low price that it'll knock your socks off. Our technicians have years of experience working on all types of vehicles.
Whether your car needs brakes, transmission, or engine work, diagnostic report, body work, paint repair, just routine maintenance, we can do it all.
We are a local family-owned business located on Downtown Road in Lima.
For quality work on your vehicle, take it to Tom.
I don't understand this man. He act like it's so hard to pick up or text back lately.
Girl, that man at work.
I see you still sprung on old girl.
Look, I know that's wifey, B, but don't ever think she don't know you out here cutting up and she at home being faithful. She was in the army too, you know.
I know I want her though. I think I love her.
Daddy, Kalani wasn't being nice last night. Wasn't sharing the Skittles with me.
Kalani, I said share because that's what big sisters do.
I know I want her though. I think I love her though. She my fantasy girl. The wife on never. I risk it all.
Mighty house. I already got a wife. Make her your second wife.
But you know what they say about Lima, right? Come on vacation, leave on probation.
Welcome back to Hello Lima Community Perspective. We got a chance to meet the director of the film Up the Score, and we just got a chance to see that trailer, Matthew, and I'm telling you, that's crazy stuff.
It is.
I'm not only proud as a resident of Lima to see a local Lima person actually meet a producer, but I'm also pleased to have a little bit of a sense of you being able to explain what we just saw and how it's going to change what you vision, some of the mistakes that the character made.
Right. Well, I mean, I wanted to display that, you know, he's a family man. You've seen the little girls. He's not just cold-hearted. You know, sometimes they might make bad choices. And I wanted to give a little bit of the character of the wife, of what he's dealing with. You see, she's pretty spicy. She's pretty, you know.
Yeah, yes, she is.
You know, she's pretty spicy.
Said a couple of words. Father Matthew had to go beep him out. But at the end of the day,
you,
just like your book, you try to keep it real. Can I say that?
I did. I like the, you know, the real authenticness of things. That's what people relate with and people can connect to. Even with his infatuation with his mistress.
Yes.
So.
Yes, and when I watched the trailer and I've had a chance to read your book, I don't want to beat you to death, I could always tell, even by communicating with you, the perspective of keeping things authentic is important to you.
It very is. You know, you got to be true with yourself, and if you're not true with yourself, can't be true with nobody else.
So is the actress local, Matthew, can we say?
Everybody's local.
Everybody's local. So we'll have a chance when we go to the premiere of meeting them, autograph sessions, and sort of sort of mingling with the actual.
Yeah, you know, we'll also have a Q&A as well.
Are you really?
Yeah, we'll let the audience, you know, ask a couple questions and see how, you know, this filming went and, you know, the experience and all. After that, you know, just party. Huh?
Oh, that is excellent. Matthew did and we hear it all the time, and I know, and I hate to say this, but The Flash just came out, and you read it in the paper that they grossed $55 million, and the big thing is staying on budget. Were you able to stay on budget? Can we say that was?
For the most part, we did stay on budget. We did have to reshoot 2 days. Somehow we lost a little bit of footage, but by the grace of God, we were able to keep pushing through, and that was the main thing. We had a finished product, and we kept pushing through.
And I say this not to interrupt, Matthew, when people have a chance to buy the ticket, it's important to understand that there's cost behind these productions. And it's also important for us to, you know, put our money where our mouth is and to help these.
No, definitely. This is something that, like I say, all of Lima can be proud of, and any type of support, any type of donations, it will go straight to the marketing to just help us blossom more so we can continue doing great things like this and proving that we can too.
And as you continue to grow with your productions, because I got a feeling from what you said that book may come into a production also, your book.
Yes, sir.
And you'll be able to pay actresses, and I don't mean to speak for you, but there's money behind these productions.
No, there definitely is. You know, I tell everybody, like I said, we've been trying to turn hobbies into careers, and we definitely have a strong opportunity to do that. We got some talent Lima. Like,
yes, I saw it on the trailer.
We got some talent.
I got kind of surprised when I saw the trailer, only from the standpoint it was really good trailer. So we hope Lima get a chance to come out July 1st, the premiere at the community. At the Civic Center, Veterans Memorial Civic Center, downtown Lima. Go see the show, Up the Score, meet the film produced. I saw it in the opening trailer by Matthew Sanders. Let's be proud not only for what Matthew Sanders does, but also the guest and the actors and the actors in the production. So get a chance, July 1st, see the premiere. When we come back, we're going to talk to the president of Daddies at Work and kind of get a perspective of new child care coming to Lima. Be right back.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Tom All for all your foreign and domestic vehicles.
Our goal is to give you such good service at such a low price that it'll knock your socks off. Our technicians have years of experience working on all types of vehicles.
Whether your car needs brakes, transmission, or engine work, diagnostic report, body work, paint repair, just routine maintenance, we can do it all.
We were a local family-owned business located on Downtown Road in Lima.
For quality work on your vehicle, take it to Tom.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief that makes events difficult to handle. The experienced funeral directors at Jones Clark Funeral Home will guide you through the aspects of the funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. Our staff of dedicated professionals is available to assist you in making funeral service arrangements. The funeral directors at Jones Clark Funeral Home provide individualized funeral services designed to meet the needs of each family. Call us today to pre-plan your funeral.
Welcome back to Hello Lima Community Perspective. It was a great to meet not only Matthew Sanders and hear about his upcoming film called Up the Score, but we got a chance to get a little bit of an insight as to what it takes to produce a movie and the cost behind a movie. So we're going to make a little bit of a shift and welcome Thomas Smith to the show, entrepreneur himself.
Yes, sir.
And doing great things in this community. But Thomas, I hate to spend so little time on something so important, so I'm gonna jump right into this, and you tell us why Daddy's at Work, and as the president who's bringing this child care center to Lima, why it's so important, especially for struggling families who are trying to find a way to have their child watch while they make ends meet. Tell me about what's coming to Lima and with the new child care center.
Okay. So we've seen a huge gap.
Because this is meeting the gap, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's hugely meeting the gap. And we try to focus on statistics and Daddy's at Work, so we kind of follow the numbers. So what we were able to do was to figure out that a single parent trying to raise a family, it was a dire need in the community of a later open community center.
That's second shift.
Correct.
And possibly third shift, but right now it's going to be first and second shift.
Yeah, correct. Most of the job opportunities in Lima start you on the off shifts. So being open till 11 p.m. every night kind of guarantees you to be able to get into some of these spots. Honda, these kind of places, they normally start you off on.
And people sometimes, real quick though, Thomas, talk about it from a small scale standpoint. If you have an opportunity to take your child into work, but what you're doing by having this second shift, you're changing generational wealth. You're giving opportunity for people to work at places, and you talked about the Hondas and the P&Gs and the Cinevals of the world, and be able to make real money and not worry about the stress of what COVID did, which closed so many child care centers.
Right. So what we were able to do is incorporate a lot of our partners in this mission, in this whole child care center. So they will be eating all home Lima type food. It's all catered in. Also, with a lot of our partners, we're able to show purpose to the children earlier in life. So we're accepting children 6 weeks old on up to 11.
Back up, that young?
That young. So we'll be able to give them a perspective, Daddy's at Work's type of perspective of the opportunities that's available in Lima. So bringing in our partners truly opens up the doors and open up children's minds to what they may be able to be when they grow up.
And part of that, real quick, Thomas, is that not only are you just watching the kids, and I use that in the proverbial air quotes, but you're going to do some emotional support.
Right. Well, not only that, but we're operating. Yeah, we're operating under a curriculum, so they will be school ready. So there were, in speaking with community, the Air Force Community School, interviewing some of the teachers there, they seen a gap that was from a child care center or a babysitter up to first grade, to where the children should be when they're in first grade, they're behind. So they start off coming to first grade behind, already trying to catch up what they should already know. So our mission is to make sure that they know what they're required by the school to know.
As they enter school ready.
Correct.
And part of this real quick though, Thomas, is that we didn't have you on the show because you're opening up a daycare center.
Right.
There's a few of those coming into the market post-COVID. It's the uniqueness that you bring with this daycare center.
Right.
School curriculum, hours available for working parents in the second shift.
Male teachers.
Male teachers.
Right,
Can you talk?
I will. Statistically, you don't normally get male teachers until high school, middle school even, something like that. You may have a principal or a couple administrators, but as far as working throughout the day with a man, a positive male role model.
Which is important.
Which is really important.
Under the underserved community, the minority community in general, having male figures is important.
Right. Earlier in life is the key. Because, you know, they can get lost, and then you have to, once again, retract and try to mend their mind to show them what they are capable of doing. But I think with the perspective of a male being in the classroom, working closely with some of these children that do not have the opportunity to have a father in their life, will do wonders.
It's going to do wonders.
It really will.
That is, and I'm hoping we can come back and share some more of this as you get open. Tell us a little bit about when do you come open, how to get a hold of you to register our kids.
Okay. So you can get on GLC, DAW.
I know we have it on the screen.
Yes. You can get on there.org to register your child, and we're still hiring, so we're still looking for a few first shift people also. But we plan to open beginning of next month. So watch out.
And firsthand, there's a playground over there, location of the daycare center?
Yep, 315 South Collins, Lima, Ohio.
Wow, that is super work, though, and I'm proud not only knowing the work that you bring into the community with Daddy's at Work, but this new extension that you're bringing to the Lima community, which isn't just watching kids, but it's educating minds and producing an opportunity to change income equity that hasn't always been available with that second shift.
I appreciate it.
You think you may go third shift?
We're going to try to get there. It's a hard task.
One step at a time.
That's right, baby steps.
And you and your partners are working toward that step.
For sure.
Great. Nice meeting with Thomas Smith, and we look forward to working more with the president of this daycare center and see how it works. We certainly have had an interesting guest lineup today, not only Matthew Sanders and the show Up the Score, but Thomas Smith and Daddy's at Work. And we hope you continue to watch Hello Lima, understand the things that we do may not get into the mainstream media, but it's areas that are critical to the Lima's community as well as the people and the residents from Lima. Join us on our many platforms, social media platforms, we like to say, Facebook, Instagram, and also get an opportunity to contact me directly if you ever have an interesting topic. Other than that, hello, Lima. Hello Lima, brought to you by Huntington National Bank, Jones Clark Funeral Home, Tom All Family Dealership, and the Community Enrichment Dinner.